Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go.
A big hit. Knocked down sideways. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looking to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
And Aguayo able to knock it through. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
throws him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
They'll drop the throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
Let's go. Let's go.
Back to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Let's go.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Hurry up. Here we go.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Right there around the 35-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Second and 5. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
All right, here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Over. Here we go now.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Bearing it deep for Garcon. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 45 yards.
Here we go now.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll let it go deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Caught left side, Garcon. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. In our meetings this week, they kind of tipped us off. They wanted to play ultra-aggressive, forcing fumbles. They just did that right there.
They took it to the next level, didn't they? You're exactly right, because everyone talks about being aggressive on defense and tackling well. But they were talking about getting after the football, making sure the ball was stripped out each and every time they lined up someone to get them on the ground.
And the adjustment working early. A handoff as they run the counter play. Down to about the 22 here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now he's flushed out left. And now a fumble. The ball's out. The big man get the oxygen tank ready. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Always fun to watch a big boy pick it up and go. He may need a little oxygen on it. He may need a lot of oxygen on the sideline.
Not only that, how about you and me trying to balance ourselves up here because you can feel the shaking all the way up to the booth. That big guy trying to get it to the house.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. A little educational piece. I know a lot of people hear 3-4, 4-3, etc. Take us through the 4-3, Charles.
Okay, 4-3. 4 down defensive linemen, usually 2 defensive tackles, 2 defensive ends. Behind them, the 3. Those are the linebackers. The middle linebacker, often known as the Mike, with 2 outside linebackers, the Sam and the Will. There's your 4-3.
Sam on the strong side, Will on the weak side. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw here. Now he steps away. He may try and run for this. And he is knocked down from the side. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Let's go.
Now they try the right side here. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
Look to throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Gets fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So 2nd and 10 here.
Here we go.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Here we go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the... It got his man complete. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Now a handoff looking right. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Come on, let's go.
They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They're going to look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. They run the counter now on first down. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. And tough starting field position here. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Leopard. Sack. Blue 90.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. He's got a man, complete. A big play there for L.A. 52 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Mike Williams, the intended target, and it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. They'll set up to throw. And he gets it down to the 32. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. A very solid gain of 27. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or he keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll set up a throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we're in halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you across the country to Orlando. Standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Hurry up, here we go.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Watch that in. Watch that in. That is right. That is right. Hurry up, hurry up,
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now.
He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Back up. All right, now look at 56. Now let's go. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to maneuver. That good for 22 and a first down.
Now, the good thing for you, partner, is you're not as old as I am, okay?
True.
So back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, the right side of an offensive line was almost always your power side. Your bigger, stronger, physical guys. And on this play, they tossed it right and looked like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, but that's not the case so much anymore, you're saying, with the bigger guys?
Not necessarily.
Find the best guys, plug them in on your O-line.
Right. As a general rule now, you're a lot more balanced on your offensive line. It might still lean towards your best pass blocker on the left side.
Sure.
But not necessarily all the time.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Schmidt. And he'll be knocked down sideways. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Here we go now. Over. Here we go. Good. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
All right, here we go.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a handoff looking right. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Here's Colton Schmidt now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. That's taken it around the 40. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go. Green.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mental.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good game. They give him a gain of 37. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Joey Bosa in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Ohio! Ohio! Let's go!
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Back now in Los Angeles. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Steps away, and he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Let's go. 3-19.
Now they try the right side here. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down near the 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
All right, here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. His third sack of the afternoon. The Dolphins on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get it all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jamal Agnew. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, LA! A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Dolphins on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Let's go! Ryan 38! Ryan 38! Ohio!
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on third down.
Here we go! Black round! Black round!
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Black round! Black round! Black round! Black round! Black round! Black round! Black round!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
They run the counter now on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go now. 319! 319!
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39!
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Chargers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Green 39!
Now they try the right side here. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
All right, here we go. Green 39!
Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The last two plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And his kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Burst by him near the 35. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll drop to throw. Now he's flushed out right. Now he'll escape to his right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for